going to discuss about the types of paragraph. How many types of paragraph are there? Depending on the purpose, for writing, a writer must develop the following 4 types of paragraphs. First is expository. Expository means to explain or inform. So, what does expository mean?
To explain or
Yes, explain something. You have to explain anything like climate change. You have to explain the causes, the effects of climate change. Inform something, the grievous effects of climate change. Then persuasive. Persuasive, to persuade or to successfully convince. To persuade or successfully convince. Convince means maybe you have to convince your audience, your readers. You have to argue. Some argumentative paragraph are there. You have to argue. You have to talk about the good sides. That is smoking. You have to argue that smoking is bad for health. So it is harmful. So you have to convince your readers. Next, descriptive. Descriptive. What does descriptive paragraph mean? To describe. This maybe you have to describe a place. You describe the zoo, describe the mission. So this is descriptive paragraph. We will go for further analysis. Next, narrative. Narrative. What does narrative mean?
to tell a story.
Yes, narrative means a story. Maybe you went to a picnic. You went right now in your copy. You went to a picnic or you visited Cox's Bazar. So you have to make a story of your own. And you maybe your memorable day or your first day at university. It could be narrated. You have to narrate the story. The story of what happened on that special day. A birthday party you have enjoyed. This type of paragraph is called narrative paragraph. Now, expository paragraph. Expository paragraph explains something or provides instruction. That is, you have to explain something, you have to inform the readers. That's why this is called expository paragraph. It could also describe a process and move the reader step by step through a method. This type of paragraph often requires research. This is different, but when you are asked to write a paragraph, I have told you like global warming, or some endangered animal. So you have to explain the causes of their extinction and the effects on the environment. If you are asked to write the climate and the agriculture, what is the effect on agriculture? So you have to explain the causes and effects of this. Clear to you? Expository paragraph. And if you are asked to write an expository paragraph on climate change, on agriculture and climate. So you have to inform your readers or the examiner or your teacher the causes and the effects of climate change on agriculture. Next, persuasive. Persuasive paragraph. This type of paragraph tries to get the reader to accept a particular point of view or understand the writer's position. For particular points of view, it is something called argumentative paragraph. You have to argue, you have to analyze, you have to express or explain your point of view, your attitude, your perspective to the readers. What do you think of the topic? So this type of paragraph that many teachers focus on because it's useful when building an argument. Argumentative paragraph argument. Suppose that you are asked to write a paragraph on sea life, on the animals in the ocean, or the polythene or plastic, the use of polythene or the effect of plastic on the environment. Okay, have you seen this? We are talking about persuasive paragraph or argumentative paragraph. It often requires the collection of facts and assertions. So when you are asked to write the effect of plastic in the environment or only the polythene, okay, you have to write the good and bad side, the positive and negative of polythene. So what do you understand by argumentative essay or persuasive paragraph? Persuasive paragraph. While writing this paragraph, you have to show a particular point of view, attitude. Yes? Louder? Yes. Next. Okay, clear to you? The persuasive paragraph, you have to persuade, you have to convince your reader, the audience. This is persuasive paragraph or argumentative paragraph. Now, descriptive paragraph. So, in a class, if you are asked to write a descriptive paragraph describes something and shows the reader what a thing or a person is. Okay? Suppose that you have to write about your favorite writer or favorite player. So you have to describe the person, the positive and negative characteristics of the person. Or you have been asked to write about a place. About a place, that means historical place. Have you done any historical place in Bangladesh or any other country? Historical place? No? Lalbagh Killa, right? Okay. So, have you done there? I think most of you went the Lalbagh Killa. No? Okay, so if you are asked to write about a historical place, so you have to describe the place. This is the descriptive paragraph. But the thing is that to write a paragraph, you have to know some specific words, some adjectives. What is descriptive paragraph? Yes, you stand up? Yes. What is descriptive paragraph? Look at the screen, and I have already discussed descriptive paragraph to describe person, to describe a place. This is very easy and simple.
Describing something to my reader.
Yes, describe something. Something means a place, a person, an object, or any natural elements. To describe a person, a place, or anything, any object, any inanimate or animate object. You have to describe in your own words. And the thing is that I have already mentioned that you the people do the mistake that when you are writing a paragraph, don't write 2, 3, 4 paragraphs. Write only one paragraph. This is very silly mistake, but you the people you often do it. Okay? Now, Fadi. What is descriptive paragraph?
Descriptive. It means something shows the reader.
Okay. Take it very easy and you just use very simple sentence. Very simple sentence to describe anything. You can say like this, you the people, you try to be smart. Why are you? Aren't you smart? Descriptive means, stop talking. Descriptive paragraph means to describe something, to describe a person, a place,
Anything it can be.
anything. Clear to you? Listen and be attentive in the class. So, the words chosen in the description often appeal to the five senses of touch, smell, sight, sound, and taste. Clear? Next, narrative paragraph. Narrative. What does narrative means?
It's a story.
Tells a story. That means a narrative means a story. A story about your memorable days or memorable event or an incident you have enjoyed, a party you have enjoyed, any occasion, each day. This is called narrative. And there is a sequence of action and a clear beginning, middle, and end to the paragraph. So, this is narrative paragraph. Can you give some example of narrative paragraph I have told you? Narrative paragraphs. Any memorable event that means your first day at yes, you can say a journey by train, and a memorable journey you have enjoyed, or a painful journey. Maybe the journey may be painful, a painful journey, a very sad moments you have experienced in your life. Yes.
Like a theme or a story.
Okay, a story in your life or in any other's life. Okay, this is called narrative. So how many types of paragraph?
Four types.
Four types of paragraph. First is expository, second persuasive, third
Descriptive, narrative.
and narrative paragraphs. And when you will prepare yourself for a presentation or writing an assignment, so that about paragraph writing, so at first you have to write the definition for this paragraph, how many types of paragraphs are there, and after that you will just write the very easy and simple definition and give some examples of those paragraphs, and after that you will just take only one item, one type, maybe it may be persuasive or it may be narrative or descriptive, and give an example of that paragraph. Maybe you can take about descriptive paragraph or narrative paragraph. So suppose you can you want to tell about narrative paragraph. So you can take about a journey by train, a painful journey, or it took longer time and there is a very terrible accident happened in that journey. You can tell like this is a story of your life or okay, whatever. If you don't have any story, you can imagine. You can imagine and you can create a story. No problem, no issues. So, I have given you an assignment to be submitted on the next Wednesday on paragraph writing. So, at first you will give the definition of paragraph and how many types of paragraphs are there. And after that, you just take one of the types among the four items, and you just elaborate. You will give one example. Maybe you have taken argumentative or persuasive paragraph. So you can take one type and give an example and write a very easy and simple. As it is assignment, your word limit may be bookmaking and what I have covered in this class about paragraph writing, types of paragraphs. Very easy. The quiz will be held on 10 marks out of 10, and you will get 15 minutes. Very short questions will be there, and in the question paper you will have some space to answer. Okay. So on next Thursday there will be quiz, and these marks will be added with your finals result. And any queries?
And we have to write an actual paragraph in the assignment.
Yes, in the assignment only, just please listen to me. Just take one type, maybe descriptive, maybe narrative or persuasive. Just take one type and give an example. Write a paragraph on that type. On that, yes, in the assignment. As it is an assignment, you have to write elaborately, and the word limit is 500 words. Okay. Thank you.